Hey boys, hello, what's up? Yeah, I finished all of, pretty much all of the long shot off stream. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing, the Bears, Dallas versus the Bears, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing.
Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones: turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football,
I don't know why this camera's like this,
and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
And one of the few knocks on him coming out of North Carolina was just actual game experience, just 13 starts in college.
But
he worked so hard at making up for that lost time. He loves the game, crazy about the film room, and guys just naturally gravitate towards him. I think he's got a chance to be an excellent leader and player.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time.
I didn't even see that.
Malik Collins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive.
Not even bad.
But instead, third down.
Yeah, very bad.
Opportunity to change momentum. Big play right in his hands.
He does.
Come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got it. It's Burton. And they'll bring it down at the 27-yard line.
Oh, I feel like a first down.
Pick up of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Fake punt. Let's go.
Tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out.
Okay, you know what?
It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here, going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, really good. You know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Formation, because that instantly rushes him and it's done.
First down throw.
Oh, see, now if that happened, that's bad.
That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jameis Olawale, 27 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Yep, all right.
No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
That's not that bad.
All that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Okay, let's do a deep flood. And then hit him with the PA said they're going to put
brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. Now Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 52 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people.
That's it.
And he is in.
Yeah, there you go.
Chicago. Trey Burton, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did.
I love that camera.
Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
I should have PA.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after.
That's not the best. Make that up. Make sure that.
Parkey with the extra point, and we are tied at
Parkey.
7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tight.
Let's just kick him straight out, yeah.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Yeah, good. All right.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
Right.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely.
Oh, this ain't one, is it?
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
It's better than me. Can. Oh.
On first and 10,
Yep,
Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete.
Ooh.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Jameis with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway, essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down, because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Fielded about a yard deep.
I don't know what that was. I actually hit that button, but you know.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Limited run.
You want me to know you?
Get about
It's
3
minus?
to 21.
Really? See.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go, let's go.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt.
They're going to do a Hail Mary.
The second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Fuck, what is that?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And it is incomplete. Jalen Smith able to get a hand in and knock it away.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Oh, this is one. Oh, no it ain't. Now it ain't. Uh-oh. Okay, this is nice.
Prescott on 1st down. And this is caught for a touchdown.
Again, you're getting dominated.
Touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Yeah, it was.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Miller on the catch over the middle.
He showed up, that boys.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that is
go away.
Touchdown, Bears. Trey Burton with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with the touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up, because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
Now Parkey for the extra point. Parkey adds the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot. That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there.
I couldn't even see the ball, so I'm not gonna.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too.
And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards.
All right, partner, that's
a Hail Mary is completely not necessary from this close.
Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football. Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every week. All these guys need is a chance, and they're making those types of plays, even if we don't believe what we just saw. Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Trubisky now off the bootleg. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ben Braunecker, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. The Cowboys out in front early. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Prescott from the gun. Drops it underneath to Elliott. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Flush to his right. Space to run past the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big time.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Offside defense.
And yes, they want the point, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together.
They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown,
there you go.
Chicago. Anthony Miller, 48 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On second down, Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Here's Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And
they're going to go for it.
Not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get in the field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down where you want 3, get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter, you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Trubisky will throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He finds his target. It's Schultz. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to let it go. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns.
I'm pretty sure that's in, but I'm going to make sure here. Sadly, that's a 1, and that's 2. Sad he did get it. Fuck you. Bo, my dude should have dived.
Here so far, and the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
No, he made it.
And a pause in the action.
I mean, they might not call it, but
they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
It was. They had it. I'm A-okay if they don't call it a touchdown. Yet.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18
They're beating us
now.
by, yeah, almost double.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds.
No.
So it's incomplete.
No, I'm challenging that. I don't care. I'm challenging. I might race it, but hey, that was for sure and no doubt. That one. Maybe. I mean, he got a foot in, but I believe you need 2. I did that alone touched again. Yeah, I did. That's 2 right there. Yeah. That's 1 for sure, right? They cut the ball. 2, and then out. Better than challenge it.
The one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Not at the same time, but he did. He set 2 steps. Then boom, boom. Nah. There's no way.
He challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination.
I'm happy I got rid of that in a book. I'm fine.
In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
I saw someone watch me and she got rid of it.
You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And he's going to go down.
Okay.
Back near midfield at the 49.
Oh shit, what is this?
Crawford in there to drop him for his 2nd sack
What the fuck is
here
this?
tonight.
Oh yeah, that helped.
Now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
What did that do for us?
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
3rd and a mile indeed.
Play action. It's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Is this for the meme?
I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
68-yard field goal.
And now comes the field goal unit on. And boy, this is asking an awful lot here. Maybe that's an understatement. And they say officially it's a 68-yard attempt.
That's him.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target.
Oh,
and
my
him,
Lord.
to be disappointed with that effort.
The Cowboys
I feel like on the end zone.
and ready to go
Jesus.
again. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
No, that's
It
great.
always is punch, counter punch, isn't it?
Now
And
it's
which
gonna
team
be
has the
fucking-
advantage? Well, let's just go back.
Yep.
Last time on offense, they rolled
Yep.
downfield, get into a good...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 42 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
When we draw defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Okay.
Extra point attempt to follow here.
51-27. This is nice.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Wiggles free. Still going. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. He's going to go, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Baldwins get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
What was that?
Tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
We can make it. We can make
it. Try throwing it.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
No, we can.
And for the second time tonight, this. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it.
Yep,
and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Chase Daniel keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bears get a bit closer. So a fake field goal run in for the touchdown. That can be a huge momentum swing.
And that's got to drive a defensive coach and a special teams coach crazy. Someone else running it in on a fake field goal when you're supposed to be alert for it. Terrific play by the offense, not so much by the defense.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake.
Ooh.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off, as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not
so
risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Automatic first down.
So a good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. His throw incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection.
And now the ball's out.
Yeah, there you go. That's all we needed right there. All we needed right there. Touchdown right here, another one. There we go.
Opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's bad.
Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play.
3rd and 10.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Trubisky to throw.
What are we doing?
And that will be incomplete as well.
These two offenses have gone
boys.
up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky.
Let's go! Let's go! There you go, buddy.
Here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
Get out here.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott now from the 50. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Cooper's got it. There he goes, Amari Cooper.
Oh, my God.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 77 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And now it's blocked. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Fucking in.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work. I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Fourth down. Here's Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.